Buenos dias and good morning, senor and senorita. I'd like to begin by our usual giving each other a beautiful cosmic hug, left side to left side. Your heart to my heart, your worth to my worth. Yes, that's right. Hold that vibration, hold that beautiful energy. Allow your heart, allow that heart energy to expand to as big as it is. Yes. To do that, you have to let go of all the fear. Yeah, all the terror, all the noticing what's wrong, all the thinking the worst. Just let that all go. That's all that ego. Yeah, that's all ego. Every ounce of it. It's all ego. Yeah, yeah, creating the worst case scenario. Yeah, that's it. So let that all go. Yes. Allow your heart to expand to the size it really is, without any fear. Yeah. Then allow your worth. No, it's not love is the answer. Love is not the answer. Love worth is the answer. So now allow your worth to expand at the same time, as big as it is. That's right. Got it? Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then notice that sense of invincibility when you have that largeness about you. That's right. Okay? Wonderful. Now send that out to the world, just like this ocean that's connected to all other oceans. Send that out to the 8 billion. Even all the very, very, very toxic ones. Yeah, that's right. Okay, perfect. Hold that energy. Hold it. Wonderful. Okay, come on back. Well, you know, there's something that I have a tendency of doing. It's giving others, you know, like responsibilities and, you know, giving them a power. I try to give people, get them to see power and see the bigness that they have. And then every once in a while I'm reminded that I'm not doing that to myself the way I need to. Like, you know, I had a call I talked to Tim yesterday morning after my videos, and he basically said, Don, listen man, there's something big that you're here to do, bigger than what you're doing, and it is not other people. It isn't. It's not this person going to do this, it's not that one's going to do that. It's no, it's you. You're here to do that. And I started thinking about that. I always listen to how the universe sends me messages. Yes. And so I listened to what he had to say. I pondered on it during the day, and I come back down here last night. It was really, really stormy last night. As stormy as this is, it was 5 times more powerful last night. Yes. Because we're at the tail end of a hurricane. I just love that storms, love them. Anyway, so that's what I did. Come down, and I was sitting here, and and one of the things was I have to tell a story that to make sense of this. In 2008, Rosie and I went to Egypt with let me see, it was 35 other people. Yes, 35, and we went to spend time with this, the last indigenous person for that new Cometh Knowledge. So Cometh Knowledge is the true teachings rather than the Egyptianology of all the stories that go in. What we would do, we would go to these crazy sites, you know, historical sites, and there, he would say the Egyptian story, and then he would tell them, prove the Egyptian one wrong, and then tell the Cometan story. Yeah, and he did that all the time. Anyway, I was into taking pictures at that time. I had a Nikon camera, and I hope you can hear me with this wind. It's pretty powerful. I'll speak as loud as I can. And I was in the back, so we would travel from one archaeological site to another on a bus. And I was at the back of the bus trying to get pictures, because it was like you could take 500 pictures in a half, like just a half, like it was just like there was so many crazy things, amazing things that I'd never seen before. And so when we stopped for, and before that, I'll just share one thing. We were supposed to read 3 books before we went. Well, I read 1, and a half of one at that. And this here Hakeem was talking about having senses, and he said that we had 72 senses. I mean, what's the man talking about? You know, we've got 5 senses. And anyway, I was thinking, wow, if I could just spend, like have a lunch with him. Like just have a lunch with him in that 35 days. So anyway, away we went. Here I am at the back of the bus trying to get pictures. So then, when they had a break, I went up and said to the bus driver, is there any way I can sit in one of these front seats? He said, no, those 3 on that side and those 3 on that side are all for the team. All for the team. For Bill and his wife and the guides and for Hakeem, everyone. So no. He said, but you can sit there if you want. And what there was the booster seat at the bus, the front seat with your face right there at the front window. I said, oh my God. So that's what I did. I sat right there, and guess who was less than 2 feet away from me? Hakeem. And for 3 days we talked and talked and talked and talked and shared my knowings and his. What an absolute delight. Now, I did it more than 3 days, but there was 3 days in a row that I did it every day. And then there was one event. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. We stopped at this crazy, amazing archaeological site. It was kind of like it was built big high walls, and they had all like 12 of these or 18 of these lions out front, and it was all granite, but there was no roof on this. There was walls but no roof. And Hakeem sat down inside this structure, and he started singing in Cometh Knowledge. Now, I had been singing in tongues since age 8. And I sat down beside him and started singing in tongues as he was singing in Cometh Knowledge. And the voices were just reverberating all over all the walls. And everybody was like, oh my God, what's happening? And it was staggeringly beautiful. And I remember that, and just those amazing experiences. And now coming back to this, when the conversation Tim and I had, and he reminded me, Don, you're giving too much power to others. There's power that you have that you're not using yet. It's like those moments where you did these really powerful things. Well, guess what? You need to be in that all the time. And so I took it to heart, of course. I listen. Sometimes I will do what someone says, and sometimes I won't, but many times I will. Sometimes there's a piece of it that's accurate for me, and sometimes it's not. Anyway, what happened was I came back down here last night, and it was a lot worse than this. A way lot worse than this. Like a way lot worse than this last night. And anyway, I'm here, and then all of this is all happening, and then he said, Don, you need to like get into your higher states, like when you sing in tongues. So I started with that, and that's why I mentioned that. I started with that, and that wasn't it. And then there was something that happened in 2012 with me, and that's what I was reminded of. And I went back to that, and oh my God, I cannot tell you what this was yet. I cannot tell you, but I am telling you, every ounce of darkness that people think is going to happen on this planet at this time is not going to happen. It is not. I know how this is going to transform. I know how, I know when, and I know who. I know all of those thanks to him. Yes, so very, very, very excited about this, to say the least. So hang on, something big and beautiful and powerful is about to take place. So connect with me on Transform with Don. That's Don with 2 N's. Yeah, we watch out for September 22nd. Yeah, just that's all I'm going to say. Watch out for September 22nd. Yeah, we're only 3 weeks away. 3 weeks. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, there you have it. You have yourself a magnificent day. This message comes to you from the heart of Dawn as we travel at warp speed toward the dawn of humanity.